if we don't teach our young people how to pray, how to hear the voice of the Good Shepherd, how will they ever hear a call? If we don't teach our young people how to hear the voice of the Good Shepherd, they will never be able to hear the call. We live in a day and an age of incredible noise. iPods, iPhones, iMacs, all kinds of noise all the time. Teach our young people the beauty and the gift of silence. Teach them the gift and the beauty of silence, because that will ground them in a world where very often there's so much busyness, so much noise, they live without any foundation. Teach them that silence is okay. In fact, it's not only okay, it's healthy. And in that silence, we then teach them to pray. We teach them the gift of Lectio Divina, the gift of just opening the sacred scriptures, praying over the words of Jesus, maybe even praying the Sunday Gospel in anticipation, and just letting the Word of God soak into their hearts. As you know, this past October, the Church just celebrated the Synod on the Word. And one of the things that came up over and over in interventions were bishops of the Church emphasizing Lectio Divina, praying the Scriptures. Pope Benedict has said, unless we recover the art of Lectio Divina, Christianity is dead. Unless we learn to hear the voice of the Good Shepherd in the Word of God, speaking to our hearts, meditating, contemplating. So we need to teach our young people how to pray. Adoration. Take your young people for 15 minutes before the Blessed Sacrament to believe in the power of the Eucharist to transform hearts. St. Peter's is so blessed with this beautiful adoration chapel on the back side of the sanctuary. Take them there. Let them sit. Teach them who they are sitting in front of and what is happening. And allow them to grow. It will be awkward at first, certainly. The youth group that I used to work with, the teens loved it. They loved the peace. They loved the adoration. They loved praise and worship music, adoring Jesus present before them. And they got it. Don't sell them short. Don't say, well, they're a bunch of teens, they're not going to get it. No! These are intellectual, these are smart people. Now, they're teens. But they can get it. They can grasp it. Take them. And don't discount, for even the ones that you think, well, I know Johnny's not getting anything out of this one. Look at him. Don't discount the power of the Eucharistic Lord to work on their hearts. When my father was dying of cancer, I used to take him to the Blessed Sacrament every day. And he said, that is my radiation therapy. There was nothing they could do, but he knew the power of the Eucharist to heal and touch his heart, which needed the presence of Christ so dearly. Don't discount the radiation therapy that we can work on our young people. Take them to prayer. Teach them to pray. One of the great lines of our Holy Father, Pope Benedict XVI. Here's this great theologian, probably one of the greatest theologians of the late 20th and 21st century. Brilliant mind, a couple of doctorates, taught in the seminary. In fact, when he was elected, somebody said about Joseph Ratzinger, he has the brilliance of 3 seminary professors, but the piety of a First Communion child. I thought, boy, would that somebody would say that about me one day. That's beautiful. But what he says in almost every talk he gives, he boils it all down. when he says that Christianity is about simply a deep, intimate, personal, loving relationship with Jesus Christ. Now, I'm from the South, and so the poor Protestants don't know what to make about that. They're all nervous because now the Catholics are talking about a personal relationship with Jesus Christ. But isn't that what it's all about? Teach our young people, as the Pope says, Christianity is not just about following a religion, a philosophy, an idea. It's about a person. If we can express that to our young people while they are still being formed, we will be raising up a great generation of Christian disciples, of Catholic men and women who are going to get it, who are going to understand the sacraments are about leading them closer into a loving relationship with Jesus Christ. We don't follow the rules for the sake of following the rules. We do them because we are in loving relationship with our triune God. Teach them silence. Encourage them to spend 5 to 15 minutes. And you can challenge them. They want to be challenged. 5 to 15. Help them maybe grow. Start with 5 and get them to 15 minutes of silence. But you've got to teach them. We have to show them the way. This is not going to come naturally in today's world. Teaching them prayer is the answer to the vocations crisis, in my mind. Prayer and invitation. However, if we are to teach them how to pray, you can't give what you don't got. It means we, as ministers of the church, have to be men and women of prayer. Our life, our ministry, without prayer is void. We may be able to get by for 5 years as a DRE or 2 years as a youth minister simply on adrenaline, out of excitement. A priest, he may make it to the 7-year itch. But if we are not men and women of prayer, of relationship with God, that adrenaline's going to run out. And we have nothing to give. We cannot teach unless we ourselves first go there daily and enter into union with Jesus Christ. Spending time in silence, allowing ourselves to be loved. Being reminded that we are loved. And then departing from that prayer, able to share that gift with others. Pope John Paul II said this: "It would be wrong to think that ordinary Christians can be content with shallow prayer that is unable to fill the whole of their life." Now, if every Christian, he says ordinary, we're all extraordinary, we know that. But he says if your average Catholic cannot settle for a shallow prayer life, how much more for us? Priests, religious sisters and brothers, men and women who teach the faith, how much more for us must we go, spend time, sit in the church, do it on the clock? Your pastors are getting nervous. Do it on the clock. That is a part of your job, of your life as Christians. In fact, Pope Benedict said this: "It is the pastoral priority par excellence." It's more important than anything we do because it will affect everything we do. To be men and women of prayer, so that Christ will be radiating through us, operating through us, and so that we will also be able to teach the people of our parish how to have a deep spirituality.